Her lipstick stained his collar left on our couch. That was the moment I knew my marriage was a lie. If this story stirred something in your heart, give it a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe to Revenge Forge, where every story reminds us that pain can lead to power. I'm Shane Ridley, 38, a financial planner running a boutique firm in Raleigh, North Carolina, pulling in $260,000 a year. My wife, Leah, 30, owns a high-end interior design studio crafting spaces for Raleigh's tech elite. Her business clears $750,000 annually, a showcase of her elegance and ambition. We've got a daughter, Ava, 7, with her mother's sharp wit and my knack for spotting weaknesses. Our life was a polished masterpiece, a modern colonial in North Hills, a backyard treehouse for Ava, and a college fund we'd built for her dreams. Leah and I met at a charity auction, her presence commanding the room. I proposed on a rooftop overlooking Raleigh's skyline, and she said yes with a kiss that sealed our future. We were a powerhouse, until it crumbled. My firm thrives on strategy, building portfolios, mitigating risks, keeping clients secure. Leah's the visionary, her designs turning homes into art. I loved her drive even when it meant late-night client consults or weekend site visits. I handled Ava's bedtime stories, packed her lunches, kept the home front solid. We synced. But 8 months ago, the system faltered. Leah grew elusive, her warmth fading like a Carolina dusk. She'd glide in after 11 p.m., her kisses rushed her eyes, glued to her phone. Client revisions, she'd mutter, brushing past me. I'd ask, "You okay?" She'd nod too fast. "Just work, Shane. You get it." But I didn't. The first red flag was a scent cologne, bold and unfamiliar, on a throw blanket on our couch. I dismissed it, chalking it up to my long hours crunching numbers. Then came the late nights, her design meetings dragging past midnight. She'd slip in heels, clicking, smelling of gin and that damn cologne. Our evenings, once spent sketching Ava's school projects or grilling steaks on the patio, became her scrolling in the dark, her phone's glow casting shadows I couldn't cross. I'd try busy day. She'd shrug, her smile forced. Swamped, Shane. But her spark was elsewhere. The real blow struck at 1 a.m. Ava was asleep, Leah out on the deck, her laughter drifting through the glass door. I glanced outside, her phone pressed to her ear, her voice low, intimate. I caught a name, Noah Redford. My chest tightened. Noah, 36, was my best friend, a real estate developer who'd referred clients to Leah's studio. His tailored suits and easy grin had been at our wedding, his toasts calling me brother. I didn't eavesdrop. Not yet. But that name was a crack in my foundation, and it wouldn't seal. The signs mounted. Leah's style shifted, tighter blouses, flashier heels, perfume that lingered like a closed deal. She'd wave off my compliments, saying it's for the brand Shane. But her eyes didn't spark for me. At a friend's rooftop mixer, I saw her with Noah, their hands brushing as they shared a private laugh. Ava tugged my hand, asking for a juice. I grinned for her, but inside I was tallying every glance. I'm a financial planner. I don't flinch, I fortify. Leah's late nights, guarded phone, the cologne, it was a portfolio under siege. I started observing, not invading, just collecting data. Her laptop stayed open, emails streaming. One evening while she was at a site visit, I noticed a calendar alert, NRR Umstead, 8 p.m. My pulse spiked. The Umstead was a luxury hotel, not a design office. I didn't pry further, but the dots were connecting. The proof hit when I checked our joint savings, the college fund for Ava. It was short $40,000. I called the bank. The withdrawal was Leah's 10 days ago, wired to an account I didn't know. My stomach churned. I didn't confront her. I needed more. I reached out to a colleague, Vance, who knew Raleigh's real estate scene. Dig into Noah Redford's ventures, I said. Something's dirty. Vance agreed, no questions asked. The next blow landed at a client dinner Leah hosted at our home. She invited Noah, called him a key partner. I grilled steaks, poured wine, played the steady husband. Ava was at my sister's, leaving me to watch Leah and Noah trade glances across the table. He was all polished, toasting her brilliance. She glowed, her laugh slicing me. Then he leaned in, his tone smug. Shane, you're a lucky man. Leah's a force. I smiled, my grip firm on my glass. Luck's not the word, I said. It's trust. Leah's smile flickered. Noah's eyes darted away. The air shifted, but they recovered, laughing it off. I didn't. After dinner, I cleared dishes while they lingered in the dining room, their voices low, her giggle too familiar. I didn't confront them. Instead, I dug deeper. Leah's laptop was still logged in from a client pitch I'd helped with. I found payments $25,000 a month to Noah's firm for consulting services. No contracts, no receipts, just cash bleeding her studio dry. My planner brain saw the threat. This wasn't just an affair. It was a heist. Was Leah in love or in too deep? The final straw came at a charity gala we co-hosted. Leah had been distant all week, her phone glued to her hand. During the event, I caught her slipping out to the venue's garden with Noah, their silhouettes too close under the lanterns. I didn't follow. Instead, I checked her purse, force of habit from grabbing her keys before. There was a hotel keycard, the Umstead room 305. My blood roared, but I stayed calm. I slipped the card back, grabbed Ava's backpack from my car, and called my brother Cole. "Can Ava and I stay at your place tonight?" I asked. He didn't pry, just said doors open. I left Leah a voicemail. "Ava and I are at Cole's. We need space. No accusations, just clarity." I drove through Raleigh's neon haze, Ava humming in the back seat, her stuffed bunny under her arm. Leah's lies were a risk I'd neutralize, but first I'd shield my daughter's world and mine. Cole's spare room in his Cary townhouse was a fortress, its slate walls and dim lamplight a shield against the betrayal I'd left in North Hills. Ava slept on a pull-out couch, her stuffed bunny clutched tight, her soft snores anchoring my resolve. I sat at the dining table, my laptop open, Leah's voicemails piling up like a stack of bad investments. "Shane, where are you? I'm sorry, we need to talk. Ava needs her mom." I didn't answer. Silence was my leverage, and I was fortifying my position with the precision of a man who'd spent years building wealth for others. Morning broke, and I got Ava to school, her backpack bouncing as she waved from the curb. I drove to a coffee shop, its reclaimed wood and espresso hum steadying me, and called Vance, my colleague in Raleigh's real estate scene. "Noah's ventures are a mess," he said, his voice low. "He's using Leah's payments to prop up a prop tech startup, no patents, no traction. Her $25,000 a month is the only thing keeping it afloat." My grip tightened on my cup. "She's in on it?" I asked. Vance paused. "Hard to say. Either she's his pawn or she's playing dirty. I'll dig deeper." I thanked him, my mind spinning. Leah's interior design studio was her crown, clearing $750,000 a year. Was she torching it for Noah or part of his hustle? Leah didn't relent. She showed up at Cole's that evening, her face, bare eyes shadowed no trace of her deal closer gloss. "Shane, let me see Ava," she said, standing on the porch, her voice trembling. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. "She's at school. Weekend, my rules." Her shoulders slumped, but she nodded. "I'm trying to make this right," she said, her voice cracking. I didn't budge. "Start with honesty," I said, closing the door. Her car lingered in the street, but I didn't look. I had a breach to contain. Ava was my cornerstone. That night I took her to a pottery painting studio, her eyes bright as she glazed a mug, her laughter easing the weight in my chest. "Can Mommy come next time?" she asked, paint smudged on her cheek. I forced a grin. "Maybe, kiddo." Her question lingered, a reminder of what I was fighting for. Ava deserved her mom, but Leah's lies were a virus I couldn't neutralize, not yet. I tucked her in her bunny beside her and vowed to keep her world secure. Vance called the next day, his tone sharp. "Noah's prop tech startup is a shell," he said. "He's funneling Leah's money to cover debts from a failed co-working space in Charlotte. No contracts, just wire transfers. She's not listed as an investor." My blood chilled. "She's being played?" I asked. Vance hesitated. "Maybe. Or she's hiding her stake. I found an email she told Noah to keep her off the paperwork. Looks like a dodge." I thanked him, my whiskey untouched. Leah wasn't just cheating, she was either a fool or a fraud. I didn't confront her. Instead, I reached out to a colleague, Mara, who knew Raleigh's tech scene. "Check this prop tech startup," I said, sending her Noah's details. Discreetly. She agreed, no questions asked. Meanwhile, I kept digging. Leah's cloud drive was still accessible from when I'd helped set up her studio's accounts. Late at night, I found more payments, $75,000 total, wired to Noah's accounts. No invoices, just vague labels like design services. My planner brain screamed this was a scam, and Leah was either the victim or the accomplice. The first twist came when I checked our joint savings again. Another $12,000 was gone, wired to the same mystery account. I called the bank, confirmed it was Leah's doing, and froze the account. My chest burned. She wasn't just draining her business, she was hitting Ava's future. I didn't tell her I knew. I sent the transaction details to Mara asking her to cross-check. It's tied to Noah's shell company, she said. No trace of Leah's name. Leah kept showing up for Ava, not me. She came to Ava's ballet recital clapping from the audience, her voice warm when Ava twirled. She brought Ava's favorite cookies, stayed for every step, didn't push to talk to me. I watched, scanning for deception, but her efforts seemed genuine. Ava hugged her after her smile wide. I let it happen, but my defenses stayed up. Leah's text to Noah, "You're my wildfire," still scorched my mind. The second twist hit at a design showcase Leah had organized one she insisted I attend, saying it'd be good for Ava to see us together. I went more to observe than to reconcile. The venue was stunning, her work undeniable. Noah was there, charming investors, his hand grazing Leah's as they laughed. She introduced us, her voice overly bright. "Shane, you know Noah?" He grinned, his handshake firm. "Good to see you, man. Leah's a genius." I nodded, my smile cold. "She's one of a kind," I said, my eyes on hers. She looked away. During the showcase, I caught them in a quiet corner, their voices low. "This has to stop, Noah," Leah said, her tone sharp. "It's over." He smirked. "You're tied to me, Leah. Walk away and your studio's toast." I stepped back, unseen, my pulse hammering. Was she breaking free or playing a deeper game I didn't interrupt? I just cataloged it, another data point. Mara called the next day. "Noah's prop tech startup is a wreck," she said. "Overvalued tech, no clients. Leah's money's propping it up, but she's not on any paperwork. If it crashes, she's out $75,000, maybe more." I gripped the phone. "And Noah?" Mara paused. "He's skimming profits, moving cash to a shell company. Classic con." I thanked her, my mind racing. Leah's studio was at stake, and Noah was holding the match. The third twist came from Cole. We were grabbing tacos at a food truck when he dropped a bomb. "Noah's married," he said, pulling up a social media post on his phone. There it was, a photo of Noah with a woman mid-30s, a diamond flashing on her finger. Caption, "My forever starts now." My stomach churned. Noah wasn't just cheating on Leah, he was betraying another family. I took a bite, my voice steady. "Who's she?" Cole shrugged. "Some PR exec, lives in 5 Points. Name's Elise." I saved the post, my jaw tight. Noah was juggling 2 lives, maybe more. I contacted Elise through a careful message. "I'm Shane Ridley. We need to talk about Noah and my wife." She replied within hours, agreeing to meet at a cafe in Wakefield. Elise was polished, a crisis communications expert with a no-nonsense gaze. We sat in a booth, Ava and her daughter coloring nearby. "I knew he was straying," she said, her voice low. "What's your proof?" I showed her the texts. Skipping the gala glimpse didn't need to hurt her more. She scanned them, her face hardening. "What's your plan?" she asked. I leaned back. "No chaos, just clarity. They don't skate." She nodded, handing me her accountant's card. "Let's share what we find." Back at Cole's, Leah kept showing up for Ava. She brought her a new ballet tutu, sat with her at the park, helped with her math homework. I watched her shift, not into the Leah I'd loved, but into a mom fighting for her daughter. Ava's smile was brighter, her questions about mommy leaving quieter. I couldn't deny her effort, but every time I looked at her, I saw that hotel keycard burning a hole in my trust. The fourth twist came when Mara called again. "That account Leah wired money to, it's tied to Noah's shell company, but there's more. He's using her cash to fund a crypto wallet, unregulated, high risk. Her money's his hedge." My jaw tightened. She knew. Mara shrugged. "Unlikely." I found an email. She asked Noah to handle the investments quietly. Could be ignorance, could be cover. I thanked her, my mind spinning. Leah wasn't just a victim, she'd been complicit, at least on the edges. I didn't confront her. Instead, I shared Mara's findings with Elise. "Noah's crypto wallet's under scrutiny," she said over the phone. "My accountant traced it to a federal probe, fraud, maybe money laundering. Leah's clear, but she's a witness." My stomach dropped. "She's safe?" Elise paused. "If she testifies." "You okay?" I nodded, though she couldn't see. "For Ava, yeah. We weren't allies, just 2 people dismantling the same lie." The fifth twist came at Ava's school art show. Leah showed up, clapping louder than anyone when Ava presented her painting. After, she approached me, hesitant. Shane, I'm scaling back the studio, she said, focusing on Ava. I'm done with Noah. I raised an eyebrow. Prove it. She pulled out her phone, showed me an email to Noah. No more payments. We're through. Sent 2 weeks ago. I studied her face, looking for the lie. Why now, I asked. She met my gaze. Because I lost you. I won't lose her. I didn't respond, just nodded and walked away. Her words sounded real, but I'd seen that key card. The sixth twist came from Elise's accountant. He called his voice tense. Noah's prop tech startup is a front, he said. He's using Leah's money to pay off a shady lender in Durham, high-interest bad terms. She's not on the books. My jaw tightened. She's implicated. He paused. Not directly. Her money's clean, but she's a witness. If she cooperates, she's clear. I thanked him, my mind spinning. Leah wasn't just a mark, she was a loose end in Noah's dangerous game. That night, Elise texted Noah's pitching the prop tech startup tomorrow. Raleigh, 7 p.m. He's selling shares. I saw my chance, not a fight, but a surgical strike. I called Mara. Get me into that pitch, I said. She hesitated, then agreed. It's exclusive, but I know a guy. Dress sharp. I hung up, my jaw set. Leah's lies. Noah's scam, they were about to hit a dead end. I wasn't breaking anything. I was forging justice, one calculated move at a time, for Ava, for my honor, for the clarity I deserved. The Raleigh skyline burned beyond the glass walls of the downtown penthouse, a grid of ambition under a storm-slicked twilight. I stood at the back of Noah Redford's investor pitch. My suit crisped my face, a fortress of steel. Noah commanded the room, his voice smooth as he sold his prop tech startup slides, glowing with promises of real estate tech wealth. Leah's money, $75,000, was the fuel for his deception. My phone held the kill switch text, bank records, Elise's accountant's dossier. This wasn't about vengeance. It was about execution, like rebalancing a failing portfolio. One strike and Noah's scam would implode. Mara had gotten me in through a contact, a debt I'd owe later. Elise's accountant had traced shell companies, inflated metrics proof Noah was siphoning Leah's payments. I'd added my own, the texts, the hotel keycard, the consulting invoices that were pure fiction. It was a digital takedown, and I held the trigger. During a break, I slipped the AV Tech a USB and $200. Run this when I nod, I said. He pocketed the cash, eyes blank. Noah resumed his pitch, hitting its peak. This is Raleigh's tech revolution, he said, gesturing to a property app demo. I gave the tech a nod. The screen glitched, then exploded with my evidence text, wire transfers, Elise's audit. The room froze, investors whispering as Noah's polish cracked. Technical issue, he stammered, but the slides kept rolling, his fraud exposed. I didn't linger to watch him squirm. I walked out, the city's pulse matching mine. By dawn, X was alive with chatter about the pitch's collapse. A Reddit stories thread dubbing it the quietest execution of a con man yet. Leah called at 5 a.m., her voice shaking. Shane, what did you do? I was at Cole's. Ava asleep, her bunny by her side. I showed the truth, I said, my tone ice. Your studio's safe now. No strings. She was silent, then whispered, I didn't know he was scamming. I didn't respond. Her tears were too late, her words too thin. Elise texted an hour later. Noah's startup is dead. Investors bailed. He's dodging creditors. I felt no thrill, just a nod to justice. Noah's empire was ashes, but Leah's was teetering. She'd poured $75,000 into his con money her interior design studio couldn't spare. I didn't want her destroyed, just accountable. I called my lawyer, updated the divorce papers, but held off filing. Ava was my anchor, and I needed to see Leah's next step. She showed up at Cole's that afternoon, no polish, just jeans and a weary gaze. I'm selling the studio, she said, standing on the porch. It's tainted. I'm starting over for Ava. I crossed my arms, skeptical. And Noah? She shook her head. He's gone. I ended it weeks ago. She showed me an email to Noah. No more contact. Done. Sent 3 weeks ago. I studied her face, searching for the lie. Why should I believe you? I asked. She met my eyes. You shouldn't, but I'll prove it. Leah started proving it. She showed up for Ava's ballet recitals, shouting her name when she twirled, bringing her favorite granola bars. She helped with Ava's art projects, sat through her school play, even braided her hair before practice. I watched her shift, not into the Leah I'd loved, but into a mom fighting for her daughter. Ava's drawings at school shifted no more dark scribbles, just 3 stick figures under a tree. I couldn't ignore it, but trust was a chasm too wide. That hotel keycard, its weight in my memory still burned. The first twist came from Mara. We met at a diner, her laptop open. Noah's PropTech scam wasn't just about debts, she said. He was using Leah's money to fund a high-risk crypto trading account, unregulated, volatile. Her cash was his hedge. My jaw tightened. She knew. Mara shrugged, doubtful. I found an email she asked Noah to manage the investments discreetly. Could be ignorance, could be cover. I leaned back, processing. Leah wasn't just a victim, she'd been complicit, at least on the fringes. I didn't confront her. Instead, I shared Mara's findings with Elise. Noah's crypto account's under scrutiny, she said over the phone. My lawyer's working with the feds, fraud may be money laundering. Leah's clear, but she's a witness. My stomach dropped. She's safe. Elise paused. If she testifies. You okay? I nodded, though she couldn't see. For Ava, yeah. We weren't allies, just two people burned by the same liar. The second twist hit when I checked our joint savings again. Another $10,000 was gone, withdrawn by Leah the day before Noah's pitch. I called the bank, confirmed it was her, and locked the account. My chest burned. She'd known the pitch was coming and still sent more cash. Was she protecting herself or still tied to Noah? I didn't ask her. I sent the transaction details to Elise's accountant, who confirmed it went to Noah's shell company. No trace of Leah's name, he said. The third twist came from a colleague, Nate, who'd been digging into Noah's past. Noah's got a history, he said over coffee. He pulled a similar scam in Wilmington, charmed a businesswoman, drained her funds, left her broke. Leah's not his first. My jaw tightened. She's a pattern. Nate nodded. He targets ambitious women, uses their drive. She might not know his playbook. I thanked him, my mind spinning. Leah wasn't just a mark, she was a victim of a serial con. The fourth twist hit at Ava's school. Her teacher, Miss Carver, pulled me aside after a parent meeting. Ava's been drawing pictures of a man visiting. She said, her tone cautious. She called him Noah. My blood chilled. When Miss Carver hesitated. Last week, she said, he was at your house. I thanked her, my hands steady but my mind racing. Leah had sworn Noah was gone, but Ava's drawings told a different story. Was she lying again, or was Noah still circling? I didn't ask Leah. Instead, I checked Ava's school-issued tablet, synced to our family cloud. There was a voice memo recorded last week, Ava's voice soft, capturing Leah and Noah arguing in our driveway. You used me, Leah said, her tone sharp. Noah laughed low and cruel. You loved it. I saved it, my planner brain kicking in. Noah wasn't just a con man, he was a predator refusing to let go. I drove to Leah's office, now half empty, as she scaled down. She was there packing design swatches. Shane, she said, startled. I didn't sit. Ava heard Noah at our house. I said, my voice low. Last week. Explain. Her face paled, her hands dropping a fabric sample. He showed up, Shane. I told him to leave. Ava wasn't supposed to hear. I played the memo. She did. Her eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry, she whispered. I'm trying to fix this. I didn't respond, just walked out, her sobs trailing behind me. The fifth twist came when I received an anonymous email. Check Leah's old phone. I found it in storage at Kohl's, still logged into her secondary email. There was a draft unsent to Noah. I know you're using me. I'm out, but I'm keeping the crypto profits. My blood ran cold. Leah hadn't been entirely naive, she'd planned to take a cut. I forwarded it to Elise's lawyer, keeping my name out. This changes things, he said. She's still clear, but it's leverage. I met Leah at a park the next day, Ava playing nearby. The feds are looking at Noah. I said, my voice flat. Your payments are on their radar. Her face went white. I didn't know she whispered. I thought it was legit. I studied her, searching for the lie. You're a witness, I said. Tell the truth or Ava loses more than a mom. She nodded, tears falling. I'll do whatever it takes, she said. I didn't respond, just watched Ava swing her laughter a tether. Leah cooperated. She met with the feds, handed over emails, bank records, even the driveway memo Ava recorded. Her studio sold for scraps enough to cover debts, but not her pride. She took a job teaching design workshops at a local nonprofit, a humbler role but honest. She kept showing up for Ava every recital, every school event, every bedtime story she could. I let her under my watch. Ava's smile was worth it. The sixth twist came from Elise's lawyer. He called his tone brisk. "Noah's in custody," he said. "Feds caught him trying to flee to Charlotte. Leah's payments are part of the case, but she's not a target." My shoulders eased, but only slightly. "She's safe?" I asked. He nodded. "If she testifies. She's meeting prosecutors tomorrow." I thanked him, my mind spinning. Leah was clear, but her choices had tied her to a criminal. The final twist came at Ava's 8th birthday. We planned a party at Cole's Balloons, a unicorn-themed cake, kids everywhere. Leah brought a custom ballet tutu with Ava's name embroidered, their eyes lighting up as she unwrapped it. We worked together, not as a couple, but as parents, setting up games, snapping photos. Ava hugged us both, her joy a fragile bridge. After Leah handed me a letter. "Read it alone," she said, then left. I opened it that night, Ava asleep. Cole's house quiet. Shane, I broke us. Noah was a rush away to escape when I felt small. I didn't know his full scam, but I saw a chance to profit. "I'm sorry. I'm rebuilding for Ava, for me. I don't expect forgiveness. Just know I see you, the man I failed." I folded at my chest heavy. It wasn't redemption, but it was truth. Months later, I saw Noah on the news, indicted, his mugshot gaunt. I felt no victory, just closure. Leah and I co-parented, not as lovers, but as allies. We took Ava to a science museum, laughed when she got glitter on her nose. I didn't love Leah anymore. The man who did was rebuilt, tougher, wiser. But I respected her fight to be Ava's mom. My justice was clean. I exposed Noah's scam, let Leah's lies burn her dreams. He lost his freedom. She lost her illusion. I kept Ava, my strength, my core. This isn't about heroes or villains. It's about choices, consequences, and the quiet power of moving forward. I watch Ava now painting in her new sketchbook, and know I did right by her. But I wonder, when someone who broke you fights to rebuild, do you shut them out forever, or leave a crack in the door? Not for them, but for the girl who needs you both. Betrayal scars, but what you forge from it endures. You're here because this story meant something. Don't scroll away without leaving a like, a thought, in your subscription. Revenge Forge is where real stories find their voice, and yours.